Hey, this is Politics with Laura, and I got a good one for you today. I understand why now. There are so many illegal aliens, migrants, whatever you want to put with it. They're coming up here, and I understand it now. I got it. Got it. The United States has come up, or shall I say, the Democrats have come up with a bill by Marjorie Chang of New York. H.R. 1643, called the New Deal New Americas. Not America, Americas. They're going to consolidate all of this. Now, from what I read, we're going to pay for it too. We don't look, the taxpayers, we can't catch a break. We can't. And as I read it, they keep on saying that the United States is rich. Please stop telling that lie. Stop telling that lie because it is a huge one. The United States is not rich. The United States is broke. The United States has a Parada bag or whatever, Burka bag with food stamps. Okay? Burka bag with food stamps. We're broke. And the more people come, you're going to quickly realize that you have been lied to. You're going to work extremely hard and move up very little. But let's get to this because I find it quite interesting. Very, very interesting. This is what the legislation does right here. This is quite interesting. Moving to another country often is difficult between the language barrier, cultural barriers, homesickness, and bureaucracy or delays with the one green card or citizenship. Okay, yeah, it's going to take time. I mean, because it's going to take time. We got to find out who you are, vet you, go through all the proper stuff, and we got to stop fast tracking everything. That right there really needs to stop. Now, I know it puts people into a situation they don't want to believe in, they don't want to be in, excuse me. But however, we have laws that needs to be respected. But when you circumvent those laws and you just come here and say, "Hey, I'm here," and you don't come the way that that you were asked to come, but you want to make your own way, no, because you can't even follow rules. So if you can't follow rules when given an entry in, but you want to make your own way, and then you want all of these, um, you want all this understanding and all the other things. You don't even care about the people that came here the right way. And then you take away from them doing the right thing. I mean, people don't respect that. Everybody has hardships. Everyone. Hell, people here have hardships. There are more people that are becoming homeless in the United States, but they are not illegal aliens. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. You can't go to no American can go to anyone's country and ask for tangibles and haven't done a thing. And the tax base have not did anything for the country to help the country out. No. We just start coming out to say, "Hey, give me. My life is hard." Damn it. Our life is hard. Everybody has it bad. Not just you, but everybody. But let me get back to this silly law. I mean, proposal. This is silly. Okay, the New Deal for the New Americas will estimate several forms of the U.S. immigration system and led by creating a new governmental national office in the Americas. The office will be charged with seizing or easing immigration integrity or integration into the country. Now, here's the interesting part. Now, they say the supporters. Now, the support or the United States is a great country or a great nation because it is rich and diverse. Stop saying it's rich because we're not. We're not rich. We are going in bankruptcy. We can't even pay our damn bills. You got Congress fighting back and forth to raise a freaking ceiling. And if we don't, then we're going to default, but we don't even control. Oh my goodness. We don't even control our spending. And I understand why the people who benefit from it is getting upset because you're getting something from it. But then we have to pay for. You can't make this stuff up. You can't do this anywhere else in the world. You cannot do this in any other country but the United States of America. I mean, I get why people come here. You get all free stuff. Go run up your debt and leave. Hell, Americans run up their debt. Why not? They're giving money out all over the place. But I digress. Okay, whichever migrant communities. When we invest in helping the new American thrive and integrate into our country, we are investing in our future generations. Representing Representative Mang, we must fight to protect the principles of our nation was founded and ensuring integration. Okay, okay. Clearly, she don't know what she's talking about. Clearly, she don't know what she's talking. Look, America was a penal colony to where Europeans were brought over here for sentencing. What she's talking about, I have no idea. America was a jail, a huge jail. And then at some point, they managed to get it together to form some kind of government and then say, hey, well, we could break away from England. I don't want to pay these taxes. I'm getting tired of the king. I'm getting tired of the queen. I'm getting tired of being a subject. And I want to be able to practice my freedom of religion any way I want because I'm getting tired of England going between being a Catholic and a Protestant. That stuff is too confusing. And now you have a Church of England. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. And then you have Representative Mang talking all this crazy stuff. That's all I can say. You can't make it up. But let me get the other. Now, don't you find this interesting? HR 1643 Improving Helicopter Safety Act of 2021. I knew there was something sneaky going on because this was back in 2001. And here, this one was reintroduced and adding the New Deal with the Americas attached to it. I swear, you really can't make this stuff up. You really can't. You truly can't. But I'm going to come back to this because I just scratched a rabbit hole. Oh man. I scratched a rabbit hole and I know it. Just take a look at this right here. And right here. They're talking about to amend to prohibit helicopters
H. R.
flying over major cities,
1643
which I see
to
all the
amend
time
Title
in
49,
highly dense
United States
populations,
Code.
right? Now, this was introduced by Carolyn B. Maloney, but Margaret Mang, or Representative Mang, is also a co-sponsor on this. Same thing, U.S. track.gov. And this right here is talking about immigration and changing it. Huh. So the new Americas. So it sounds like to me, that they want to bring more people in. Now, here's the issue. You can't take care of the people that you have already. Now, this right here was sponsored and co-sponsored by Democrats. Hey, this is what I want to show you. Now, HR 1643, the New Deal for the New Americas Act of 2023. Here is every person that sponsored it or co-sponsored it, and they're all Democrats. Yeah, here it is. These are all the people. Now, also, HR HR 1643 also goes into other things, helicopters, also fire department. So this bill has several acts attaching to it. Congress, what are you doing? What are you doing? I got a funny feeling you're trying to circumvent the Constitution. Now, I know that down in Florida, they have this huge building, which is called the New Americas, and they are going to unite the Americas together to make it like the European Union. You see how that's falling apart. It's falling apart. It was unequally distributed. Most of the money was coming from Germany and England. Well, shall I say London? Because the rest of it, London and Germany. The smaller countries benefited greatly because they gave little, and most of their people moved from their home countries to other places to make more money. I mean, right, how can I say this? No matter how I say it, it's going to sound terrible. It was an unequal deal. It really was. Because you had bigger countries paying more while smaller countries paid less, and their people would move towards the bigger countries and then cause these dense populations. Now, you already know right now that the US is the hub for the Americas, to where they mostly come here. They go to Canada, but mostly here because they consider the United States rich. No. And I see this deal being more of an economical strain than what we already have. Now, the United States already gives all these countries, and I did on a previous video, telling how much money the United States sends for these countries to spread democracy. Well, how can I say this? Because I'm not trying to get bashed again by people who are immigrants and who are pissed off by what I'm saying. But one thing you have never called me was a liar. You tell me how you feel about what I said, but you never said that I was lying, because I'm not. Look, if you're not willing, and this right here is from what I see. The United States, we fight for everything. We fight against each other. Yes, we do. However, we come together to fight for the tangibles that best benefit us both. You know, the American citizens and the naturalized citizens. Now, if you hold a green card or if you're illegal, you're still going through the process. But I asked this one person got really pissed off. And I get it because I dug at the core. The United States is one of those countries to where it has already been built. The infrastructure is built. All of that is already built. Now, what do you bring to add on to what we already built? I'm serious. What do you bring that enhances the United States to go to the next level? You don't got to type it down. That's just something for you to think about. Now, whenever Americans go to other countries, we build infrastructures. We build schools. We build this. We build that. Now, if you can save $10,000 to come to the United States, my thought is this. You could have taken that $10,000, break off, because going to the university is about what, $4,000? You could have gained an education and you could have been an asset to your country by building infrastructure. Now, please don't sit there and say how corrupt your country is. Damn it, do you know where you are? This is the most corrupt country in the world. But you still come here and do business. That makes no sense at all. But that's just me. I hear people tell me, well, I spent $10,000 coming here. And actually asked a couple of people, if you can save $10,000, well, why didn't you invest in your, educating yourself? Then I took it a step further. Look, one thing I would like for y'all to do is stop calling your people stupid. Please stop it, because it isn't true and you're being disingenuous. I don't want to call you a liar, but damn it, that's what you're doing. I was talking to my mom's aide, and she was telling me how she came over and how she's always sending money back for her family because her family always needs money. And I said to her, I said, I know your country has universities in it. So have you thought about um, investing in one of your cousins or a couple of your family members while you're over here? Invest in them to go to college and to become an asset to the country and to build the country from within, because that's what your countries need. You need people coming and staying and building the infrastructure and they need civil engineers. But no, you got to go outside to other countries to bring them in, and then your country pays them a lot of money to do it. Or if not, they come in and do it and take a piece of your sovereignty. And they do. It's happening all over Africa. It's happening in Venezuela. You got China, and you have Russia over there building infrastructure. It's in Nicaragua. It's in Mexico. It's in all these places. People are not investing in their own people. And one of the first things you say is, well, they can't do it. What are they, stupid? Because if they're stupid, that means you're stupid. And I don't see stupid people coming. I just simply ask this. What do you bring to enhance the United States to take it to the next level? The United States can't go any further. Now it's going into other countries that are less developed. That's where the money is. You come into the wrong place. But the the New Deal North Americas, from what I see, the United States, the taxpayers are going to bear the brunt of paying for all of this to make this the hub of the Americas to compete. Well, let me tell you something. Oh, you all gonna really get pissed off with me. A lot of you already are. And that right there is okay. Because, I piss off people without even trying, just by asking questions by what you do. And these are the things that you do. Don't get mad at me. Look at yourself. If you, how will the taxpayers of the United States be relieved of the burden of this cost? Because Miami is the hub for this. Miami, Florida. Now, you could go most places in Florida. If you don't speak Spanish, you don't get a job. I don't know how that happened. I truly don't. And that is unkind for people to come here to do that, to change the language and sew up the job market so that the native people here cannot work unless if they speak your language. That's ugly. Very ugly. You don't do that you don't do that to people that extended their hand to help you, and then you turn around and bite off their hand and say, you gotta speak my language. Not cool at all. You're starting off with a bad foot to begin with. You're coming in bad faith. No. But this is a rabbit hole that I just scratched. HR 1643, talking about helicopters, and then they reintroduce it about immigration. Very interesting. But I'll leave the link below. Check it out, and please engage. Please be factual. Let's not talk about how people feel. It's not about that. This right here is going to push people further out. And it's going to marginalize more Americans, or shall I say, US citizens. And it's also marginalizing naturalized citizens because they're being squeezed out too. All right, what do you think?